Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a space weather alert. Of course, if you haven't heard already the news, here's some repeats just to give all of our subscribers a heads up. Please be careful, watch power outages, have flashlights and whatnot handy. Just be alert, be ready. I don't think this is the so-called solar kill shot just yet. There's a direct impact, and it will occur sometime this evening.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger!
Indeed, many of the protons are accelerated by shock waves at the forefront of the extending cloud. This ongoing radiation storm ranks as 2 on NOAA storm scales, rich in hard probes with more than 100 MeV of energy, which accounts for the snowiness of the SOHA coronagraph images. According to NOAA, passengers and crew in high-flying aircraft at high latitudes may be exposed to elevated radiation risk during such a storm.
Okay, so what we've got that is of particular interest here is, of course, one, this not necessarily the size of the flare itself, which was rated only an X1. I say only, but it was directed almost directly at us, and the resulting coronal mass ejection was pretty substantial, headed right for us. Now, as I mentioned in an earlier video, one of the things we need to watch for on these is the magnetopause standoff distance, which for this event, which is due to hit tonight, is at 4.5. Now, if you look at where 4.5 falls, you'll see that this white line here, here's 5, 4.5, is well within some of these high orbit satellites. Now, the ones that are particularly shown here, the GOES, a couple of, are actually out of they're over here right now, so they would not probably get the full-on brunt of it. But what will happen is, as this as our shield gets pressed further and further in, you're also going to see a greater amount of disturbance in the backside here too. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I hope this is not going to be a major event. I wouldn't want to be flying tonight. We'll see what happens, but heads up, have those backup generators and whatnot ready.
One of the largest sunspot clusters seen on the giant star's surface happens to project a massive solar flare with possible consequences for Earth. Now, thanks to NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory, the huge flare has been captured in footage. The flare has been classed as an X-class, which is the most powerful solar storm on the Sun. The size of the sunspot responsible for the flare is believed to be as wide as 7 Earths, and it is named AR 1944. Officials are expecting the wave of super-hot solar plasma from the flare to trigger geomagnetic storms in the Earth's magnetic field. The big star is in its 11-year solar cycle, which began in 2008.
If you missed it, we took an X-class solar flare yesterday, X1. Exciting for sure, but not too exciting. This is still nowhere near solar mass expectations. Even still, the flare did produce a significant CME that is good to impact Earth tomorrow. It's kind of quick, and geomagnetic storms are very, very likely, along with major auroral shows. If it arrives any sooner, one would begin to worry about satellites and local grids. And I don't really think it's done. Done with the X flares, maybe, but M's are going to keep coming today. Even though we have been watching this underperformance on the Sun for more than 2 years, if there's a sunspot that can go hard, it's this one. So magnetically complex, with multiple delta spots. It's important not to lose sight of the plasma filaments either. The dark masses are just as eruptive as solar flaring, and we got twin pythons vertically oriented spinning in now. Last but not least, folks, the limb eruptions continue. These tend to surge the polar radiation, and there is evidence that the X-flare surged Earth's magnetic connection to the Sun as well, and we're currently nearing a level 3 proton storm condition. That's why the electrons are falling. All astronauts in the station should now be in their safe areas, if not already. More eruptions could surge us more, and we're not far away from having polar airline flights rerouted, and any past that, we need to consider surface dangers. All the while, the coronal holes are incoming today. They span north and south and are quite powerful. Planets lining up, with Venus conjoining Mercury today. Got some shots of our star. Both the earthquake and solar flare watch is on. Eyes open. No fear. It's 6:35 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news.
And that's our news rehash for today. Please be safe, aware,